just understand grammar and you just repeat what you hear me say, then if you need to, you can go to your grammar books and look at it like, oh, this is why we use the word exacerbation instead of exacerbating, or apparently, appearances, mutilate, mutilation. You get a fully better understanding of how we are using
Okay.
certain words. All right, let's try again.
Mm.
We're talking about, let's give ourselves a context to speak with, and
Yeah.
we'll try to use all 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, all 16 words today. Again, our goal is to use 100 words by our 20th lesson. And I want to say
Okay.
that you're making valiant strides toward reaching that goal. And I will listen to you speak now.
Okay. So one of the uh, most discussed hotcakes is politics, right? Probably we can talk a little bit about what's happening now,
Okay, we were talking about.
especially in yeah. if
Sure.
if you don't mind.
Oh,
I mean
this is your.
yeah. So yep. So okay, from what we are seeing now throughout in the past few months, the okay, but okay. Given the fact that the new coronavirus infections cases is spiking day by day, we know that apparently the current administration is not doing a good job. And I can see that most of the Americans are not really relishing in the conditions they're in. As we can see that the pandemic has really brought adverse effect to the whole country. Let it be from the economic perspective, social perspective, or political perspective, right? So it has brought adverse effect to it. And one of the factors that caused this pandemic to become worse and exacerbated, like I said, is probably because of the incapable administration, right? So all the effort from the previous administrations under Mr. Obama seems to be futile. Everything has gone back to ground zero again. And from what I can see as an outsider, even though I'm not American, in the stint of the past 4 years as the president, Mr. Donald or Trump, he didn't get the reveration. Is this sort of word? Reveration? Revere, the noun form of revere.
Well,
reverend, right?
reverend.
Reverend, right?
Reverence.
Reverend, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So as an outsider, he didn't get my reverend. So I really hope in the coming elections, okay, the election that is coming in about 1 month's time, people could wake up and not to be deliberately obtuse, so that they can utilize the vote in their hands to make the right choice to alleviate the situations that the country is currently in, so to not mutilate the greatest country in the world further. And yep. Yeah. Yeah, apparently yeah, right. Okay. Based on the what's happening now, apparently there is no clear indication that Biden would actually be able to take over Trump. But gone. Hopefully, as what we know, Trump is not a gone person, so he could actually survive the coronavirus disease. And so after the election, no matter who wins, we would be able to honor what the people of America did for the election, for the future of the country. And this is something that worth to be revered by people around the world.
And honoring. Okay, so
Yeah.
I would say that that's
Sorry.
you did an amazing job with that. And as you continue and as your vocabulary will increase, not just increase, but increase with your ability to use the words, that is our goal. Our goal is for you to be able to use the words. I don't want you to go through a process with the futility of just having a bucket of verbs or words and not be able to use them. I want you to be able to relish the opportunity that, yes, I know these words. And although you were trying to describe perhaps President Trump, we could say that our President Obama was someone that is gaunt in his body build, but it isn't because he's suffering from lack of food. He's just a tall, slim person.
Yep.
The opposite of that is the way that President Obama honored the office of the president is quite different. Apparently, others can see this in the obtuse behavior of Donald Trump. Donald Trump
Okay.
appears to have deliberate coldness or dissatisfaction with a certain group of people. This adverse
Yep.
reaction by his comments has exacerbated the people in the United States. And apparently, from your comments as a non-Native American or non-Native English speaker, the the comments about our presidency or the presidential situation has spiked a lot of conversation. It is apparent
Yep.
that a lot of people will be involved in making the decision as to who our next president will be to alleviate some of the concerns that we have. Many people are making valiant strides and efforts to show that some of the factors that we know that the specialists are providing to us can help to mutilate the thought that this virus can't be overcome in a short period of time. So we can mutilate the idea just by wearing something as simple as a mask. It's not going to stop it, but it will slow the spread of it down. So everyone has to get involved in this stint. And I revere the opportunity I revere the fact that I am an American. I love being an American. And I believe that this is one of the best places in the world to be, but we do need to see some changes. All right, so there we
Okay.
words, and even when you hear me say it, I'm forcing myself to look at the word, think quickly, and get the words out in the appropriate sentence and make those sentences seemingly and effortlessly flow together. And that would be the goal that I have for you. So
Okay.
doing extremely well. We are ahead of schedule because we were saying that we were going to learn 3 words a day. And today we have actually added 7, we've added 10 words today. And this is what I'm saying to you. When we start to extrapolate words from things that we've read, we can increase our vocabulary, the use of the vocabulary, not just hold the vocabulary hostage, but actually use the vocabulary in our conversation. Now what I'm going to do is turn the conversation into what just seems easy. If the word doesn't pop into your head, then don't worry about saying it. And I won't try to say it either. But we're working on building our ability to speak with effortless English with any stint that we engage in today. That is our objective. How do you understand what our objective is for today?
I mean, is what? Oh,
Okay.
you were so
Well,
sorry. Yeah.
when I ask you, what do you think our objective or what is our goal? What is our goal for today? And in most cases, our goal will always be the same. Our goal is to look at things that would have an adverse effect on our learning. We're speaking, you may not have any of these words. The next thing that comes from your mouth may not be with one of the words up here on the board, but if one
Mm,
of these words feels appropriate, then you can just say it. But I'm also
okay.
building conversational English with you. So my
Okay.
question is, what is our goal for today?
Our goal for today, as usual, is to learn 3 words and, if possible, more. And find it I really did relish in the 15 minutes conversation with you, and I don't feel like my time was wasted and my effort futile. And apparently, I agree to what you said. The more we practice, the more we will be better. And this is one of the most important factor, which is practice makes perfect. And I believe I'm not an obtuse person, and I will be able to overcome um, the challenge and not to exacerbate myself during the learning process. And by doing this continuously with you, I will be able to really spike my, the usage of all this vocabulary in a more natural way. And it's apparent that I've already made some real progress within these few classes with you. And of course,
Okay, so there, when you get to that pause, this means that you're forcing the conversation. I want the conversation to be effortless. I don't want you to
uh,
make futile attempts at something and then you're thinking, well, I'm not sure why I say that. I don't want two conversations to be going on in your head because this
okay,
this adversely affects your tense. What I want you to do is revere where you are, demonstrate honor by just continuously practicing the words, and you will start to relish this opportunity that you are being
mm,
presented with, which I think you already do. And I can see that there has been a spike in your enthusiasm. I can hear it in your voice. And apparently this is making all the difference in the valiant efforts that you're making. Now, to alleviate any stress that you have going forward for tomorrow, I'll ask you again to record your voice. I'm not sure how you will find the method to voice. I don't want to exacerbate you in asking you to do that. That's perfectly fine if you cannot. But if you can find any method or factor or way to do that, then I want to encourage you to do that. All right, so there again, you see how the words are just flowing, even for me, because they're in front of me. I'm like, okay, well, I can say this, I can say that, like to extend my,
okay.
and this is what you're doing as well. All right, I would say that
Mm.
uh, you made a gallant effort today. You've done really, really well. Um,